Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Yorkie 3 Stripe, and today I was wanting to do just a review of the ZX600 which came out last week. It was last Saturday. I'm a week behind, but I've been away and work commitments and whatever, so apologies I've not done it sooner. I've been trying to get this done, but I've also ended up doing, I've added an extra thing to my video. It's going to be a dual review, if you like, because I bought something else arrived yesterday which I didn't think would come, but thankfully it has, so I'm going to do a review on that as well. But that's an item of clothing from Spezial. But first of all, let's do the ZX600. I think most people seem to pick them up. There wasn't a limited number. I went on size last Saturday morning, I think 8 o'clock, and I got it fine. I clicked on, got my size 10, and I was away actually. I went back home down to Yorkshire in the week, and they arrived up here in Edinburgh while I was away, and I have to say I'm delighted. My only criticism is the box. Thanks size, it's seen better days. I love these new retro boxes, but unfortunately this one has seen better days, so clearly that's had a bit of a beating on its way to Edinburgh. I'm not sure if it can be restored, but I'm not big on boxes now because, as you can see, my displays are all without boxes. As long as I get it in a box and the trainers aren't damaged, it's done its job. But yeah, the Barleys, I had this box, and it really is a nice touch by Adidas. I love it. I love the colour, and it's so much nicer than the other ones. I know a few guys queued for them, but again, there was no issues with it. So that's the box, the ZX600, and this is the goods. These are the much anticipated runner, the reissue of the 2006, and it really does not disappoint. I think it's absolutely stunning. True to size for me, these fit perfectly fine. Little bit snug, but not snug enough to go up half. I don't know if anyone's finding that, but they're fine for me. I don't know if I've got a small 10. I know you get big 10s, small 10s. Everyone's just different with the feet, but generally it's fine. It's got everything as well, what you expect. The 2006, which was a huge seller, a very popular runner. I thought I'd got a pair on eBay last month. I was keeping an eye on it. It was in an auction, and I just missed out. I think they went for £210, which obviously is a lot of money for a trainer. When this is, well, I think this retail at 90 or was it 100, maybe 95. But anyway, the price point was around 100. There was a bit of wear on them, and I think that's what held me back. Once they went over a certain price, if they'd have been brand new, and I know that's going to be hard to get a reissue, the 2006, but I just held back, and I snoozed, and you snooze, you lose, and they went somewhere else. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have got them. I'd love to have done a comparison video with these in the 2006, but it's not to be. I'll keep my eyes out. I believe from what people are saying who have got the original, they're a little bit lighter, the original. These have gone a bit darker, so a bit more practical, maybe with the grey. And I think, you know, apart from that, they look very similar. As I say, I've not had a pair to compare the 2006 with, but these, I just love the squared off panels there, and you've got the three lines there. Is that a coincidence, 3 lines because it's Adidas? It won't be. I'm sure that's all intentional. The bum proof, these are solid. These are going to go straight on my feet. If I could get a double up a pair, I maybe will, because these are just what I wear now. 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, I would not have thanked you for these. I would have been in my flats trying to be Mr. Cool, which I do now and again, because you can see flats behind me now and again. But for the durability, for a long day on your feet, whatever you're doing, these are just the business. A nice little touch as well. You can see there, you've got the ZX sticker there, which I think is really nice. You've got the quilted tongue. There's all the technology in there. The shock absorbers, whatever you want to call them. Spezial, maybe thought about doing a reissue. You know, Spezial love to do their take on old classics. And in a way they kind of have, because as soon as I saw these, I thought of the Ashurst colourway and everything. is identical. You've got the mesh, let's put them together. You've got the mesh toe box there, absolutely identical grey. The grey in suede, you can't get much closer to that. The colour there. You've got your suede overlays with the black, the lemon. It's a bit more lighter lemon, I'd say. That's more of a gold on the ZX. That's lighter on the Ashurst. But you've got the black, you've got the grey, and you've got the lemon or the yellow. Obviously the heel tab's silver on the Ashurst, but even there, you've got that suede overlay, as I say. The difference, obviously, is the outer sole. There you've got the ZX. Obviously on the Ashurst, you've got the Dellinger web, which goes so well on these. This, of course, was inspired by the Sydney runner, the Sydney Melbourne runner. You know, not inspired by the ZX600, clearly, because it's, you know, very different on the outer sole compared to the upper sole. But certainly colour-wise, there's definitely a nod to the ZX600 from Spezial when they released the Ashurst back in, what was it, 20. These have been out 4 years now. One of my favourite runners, but I'll put them aside. Clearly, there is a huge similarity there, but they are still a different trainer. And as I say, fantastic release by Adidas. They were exclusive to size. I know Consortium did them as well. And I can't remember who else, somebody else did them. There may be more, but I certainly saw Consortium. And I think Overkill, I think somebody used as well. But yeah, great. Apart from the damaged box, I'm delighted with them. And I know a lot of guys are doubling up. I didn't like the other release, the blue and the red. I'm not big on red for various reasons. I just don't like red, to be honest. And I wasn't really keen on those. I was holding out for these, and I'm delighted I've got a pair. And as I say, they're going to go pride of place on my shelf, but also, more importantly, on my feet. And a big summer sales, that one. That'll be a really popular with people in the summer. So that's away from trainers. I've been buying enough of those recently, and there's a lot more videos to come, so keep your eyes peeled on what I'm bringing in. I've really gone back, literally back to my older collection, what I had, and I'm trying to find a lot of the ones that I had. And yeah, let's just say I'm doing all right. And there's a big purchase which I'll be showing this weekend, so keep your eyes on that. I'm still so excited about these, but anyway, I'll keep quiet because for now this is about the ZX600 and also a coat from Spezial which came out in the spring summer of 17, one of my favorite collections. This is one of the 2 coats that I've never actually owned on Spezial. I've had my hands and tried on every coat and jacket from Spezial apart from 2. I've obviously moved a lot on. I've not kept everything that I've had because that'd be talking, what, 40 coats and jackets, which nobody really needs. But this is the Horwich Anorak Utility Grey, a really sought after coat this is. I've been after it for a while. I'll talk about the coat anyway later, but first of all I'll tell you how I got it. eBay, of all places, again. I've been getting quite lucky with eBay. I know a lot of people try and avoid it, and Vinted's getting popular now, which again is fantastic. But eBay, you can get lucky. If you keep scrolling, you can find things. Now, this is obviously a winter jacket. This is one of the warmest Spezial coats that they did. It's a beast, and it really does keep you warm. And I'm going to put it on in a minute, and I'm going to sweat, but then I'm going to end the video, so you don't see me sweating too much. But it's a very debatable jacket when it comes to size as well. So I'd been told to size down 2. So I'm normally XL, Spezial though I'm large. So I was so near to thinking, right, a medium. Now this came up in large on eBay, £300. Now it retailed, I think, at £329 back in 2017. So I've got it for 300, which for me, I was more than happy to pay. I've seen these go for upward of 400. Because it's a summer, we're in the middle of June, I've clearly got it for a summer price. You've got to play the long game sometimes if you really want something. I'll stick it in the wardrobe now for hopefully a good few months because I won't need it because we're going to get great, wonderful weather. But for me, getting this now was a no-brainer. And for £300, it's little bit less than the retail price, but it's been out 7 years. It's literally probably been worn once or twice. I've gone through it with a fine tooth comb and magnifying glass, and it's absolutely spotless. So this is a large. So I opened it up yesterday and I'm thinking, oh, is this going to drown me? I'll put a tracksuit top on over a t-shirt to get a true fit, and it actually fits me perfect. I know a lot of guys have said it's too long in the sleeve, it'll gather. There's none of that. I've just actually put it on my t-shirt before I've done this video. It fits fine. It's got Velcro sleeves anyway, so you can adjust, which is obviously a really, really good thing. I know a lot of the Spezial coats do that. So that's great. Pit to pit, I've measured it at 26 inches, pit to pit. So I was actually offered a medium and I nearly got it earlier this year. It would be too small. I think I could get away with it, but I don't like a really tight fitting jacket, but I don't like a loose one. So this is perfect. So I'm delighted to finally get the Horwich. The only jacket now I've not had in my possession is the collaboration, I should say, between Spezial and CP Company, which was the camouflage jacket. Another big thick jacket, I believe, from what I've seen and heard. Now that is going for 4 figures, which, I mean, I'm not going to pay £1,000 for a coat. I think they're retailed at £550, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, if one comes up and I've got the money for a bit less than that, I may take my chances just to say I've tried it and I've got it. It's not really my thing, army camouflage anyway, but anyway, I'm digressing. So this was the only other one that I'd not got, so I'm delighted to get it. So I'm going to put it on. It got a lot of hype at the time because Liam Gallagher was obviously in it. Isn't he ever in anything? Not in anything which Spezial do. But also David Beckham, of all people, was in it and he loved it. So that was it. Popularity just escalated even more. It's got the 3 Velcro badges, which the same collection back in 2017 was also the Haslingden, the green Haslingden, the second one. Was it the first one or the second one? I get them mixed up. The green Haslingden, I think it was the first one. And it's got also the Velcro badges, so it was something they were doing at the time, which is what you've got there. The 11s clash and the Spezial there. Can you see? And you've also got the standard Adidas Spezial badge there, but that is also Velcro. Obviously you can interchange these because they're the same size. That one, you're obviously stuck with that one. So let's show it on. Now this, as I say, is a large. I really thought this was going to be too big, but as you can see, I would say that is spot on. The medium would be too tight. So it's gone as normal for all my Spezial coats, which is a size down. Instead of XL, I go large, and that has served me throughout all my purchasing of Adidas Spezial coats. The only one I've not done that with, I'll sit down, is the Lawton, which is the bright blue coat. And now that I went medium, I got a large in that, and it never felt right. It always felt a bit roomy, even with tracksuit tops underneath, or sweaters or hoodies. And I tried the medium, fits perfect. So that's the only one I've not done that with. I have actually gone XL in some jackets, but generally, as I say, 90% of the time, large. And there we are. Let me move my chair. This is the Horwich. Now, I'm also wearing a t-shirt. It's brought in a bit in string with a drawstring, but that for me is absolutely perfect. Keeps your bum warm. There you can see there, it just fits great. Thank you, seller on eBay. I'm absolutely delighted. I finally got one, and as I said, that will serve me well in the winter. So there's the Horwich. Now I'm going to start sweating. So I'm not going to spend much longer in this because it is the height of June, but I got it at a June price. So that's great, and it's going to get away. As I say, great drop spring, summer 17 Spezial. You had the Haslingden, you had the Pleasanton, the Anorak. You had the Horwich tracksuit top, well, the Horwich tracksuit, the light blue, which I do wear a lot as a jacket actually. It's quite a nice light summer jacket more than the tracksuit top. The Forest Gate tracksuit top, the blue with the white stripes, real retro. I love that top as well. So certainly clothes-wise, that was one of my favourites, the Spring-Summer 17. And here we go. Released in Spring-Summer 17, but very much spring summer release, but very much a winter jacket. So there we are. Thanks for getting this far. I try and do clothes as much as I can because I know a lot of people love to know sizing and pit to pit. Obviously Spezial's very difficult to buy in shops, so you don't get that luxury of trying things on. We all buy it online, so we're never 100% sure until we actually receive it. So I think, you know, this sort of platform is a great way of letting people know. So if you are unsure, if you ever want a Horwich coat, size 1 down, not 2. That's for me anyway. That works for me. And as I say, I've got a t-shirt on and it's fine. So there we go. Another jacket added. I've sold a lot recently. I had pretty much most of the coats and jackets, as you've probably seen in previous videos over the year or last year. I've moved on a few because I'm investing more now back into trainers. Money doesn't grow on trees, so some things have to go, and a lot of them I wasn't wearing. A lot of them I personally didn't like. I've kept a good number. I think I'm about 18, 19 coats and jackets, but they're the ones that I really like and I really wear. So it was, again, it was the right move to do that. So there we go. As I say, more videos are coming very soon. I'm really excited about 1 or 2 that I'm going to show, in particular one, and I'll be doing that this weekend as well. So thanks for all your support. Thanks for all your comments, likes, your subscribing to the channel. It really helps. And it makes all this worthwhile, and it's this is why I do it. So if it's helping everyone and people are getting something out of it, then I'll keep doing it. So keep enjoying, keep those get those trainers on, get out there, enjoy some of the sun while we've got it. So until next time, cheerio.